I almost lost my life on a particular set. The movie that brought me to Limelight. The movie that brought me to Limelight. I almost died in that movie.
Welcome back to Gist with Ruru. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. But if you're coming across it for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for latest updates. So, guys, Benedictjohnson has something to tell us about the death of Junior Pope and Alex Ekubo. So many things have been happening in Nollywood that some of us don't know. So many things have been happening in the dark. So today he decided to come out and share what happened to him. Like, this one is a personal experience, what he experienced. He said that he nearly died and he narrated everything that's happened to him. So guys, watch this video and hear everything, because so many actors and actresses have been coming online to address so many things that have been happening in Nollywood after Alex's death, because Nollywood is not really what we think it is, guys. So stay tuned on this channel and watch this video, and also don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section below. So many things they happen. So guys, I will leave you guys to watch this video and hear everything from the Aussie's mouth and hear everything he said. Thank you.
It is important when you are in such an environment, when you are invited to come and work in such an environment, you must go down on your knees, whatever you believe in, pray, fast. Don't take it lightly. Some jobs are risky. You might go to some jobs and you think it's just natural. And before you know it, it will become a very bad one. Bad news. I almost lost my life on a particular set. The movie that brought me to Limelight. The movie that brought me to Limelight. I almost died in that movie. Stolen Bible. I finished shooting my beats in that job. I had one more scene left. And then the director told me that this scene is no longer important, I can go. Then they were waiting for me at Ikeja from Ikorodu village. I entered taxi from Ikorodu to Ikeja. Getting to Ikeja, about to start shooting. And then I received a call from the same director telling me that that scene was very, very important. I said, well, I'm already in Ikeja and about to start shooting. They started calling the producer of that job. Both of them agreed to release me because that's the only night they have to shoot that bit. They agreed to release me to go back to Ikorodu and finish that one scene and then join them the next day. I left Ikeja, got to Ikorodu around 12:30 a.m. Then the production sent the location bus. That bus was owned by Madam Vera. She was the owner of that bus at that time. They sent the location bus driver to come and pick me from the hotel. The guy came, picked me up. We're driving with the PM to the location. 1 hour from the hotel where they came to pick me. That's where they are. Then as we were driving, the driver saw about 3 men that were discussing, in the middle of the road, just beside the road. That was around 1 a.m. And the driver almost hit them. Almost hit those guys standing by the roadside. Then I heard one of them hit the car with, Yoruba language. Kilo worry boy. That was what the guy said. Kilo worry boy. That's all. And the driver marched to brake. I jumped down from the vehicle. I was calling him. I said, where are you going? He went to them. Why did you hit my car? Why did you hit my car? The guy said, you were trying to bring us down. And before you know it, the guy hit those guys. The driver hit those guys down. One of them, he forced one of them, hit the guy down. The guy stood up, he hit him down again. And then the other guys said, no, you can't go anywhere. You cannot just come from nowhere and decide to fight and beat us. Who are you? And they held him, so I had to come down to come and intervene. And then I was talking to them, said, okay, leave him, leave his clothes. We'll talk about it. Let's discuss what is the problem. My brother, why do you have to come down to come and fight this? As I was just talking, the guy jumped into the vehicle and zoomed off. This driver zoomed off, leaving me behind. So the one of the guy that he hit decided to jump through the window. Then they both started dragging the bus. As they were dragging the bus, the driver picked up a Coca-Cola bottle in his car and cracked it on the gear, then stabbed the man. The man fell out from the window and fell outside with stab. This driver zoomed off. These people now turned on me, 3 of them. Then I wasn't even a movie star. I was just an upcoming artist. They dragged me to a nearby uncompleted building. These guys started beating me with all manner of weapon, metal, wood, everything. I was begging, practically begging for my life. These guys bruised me everywhere, my head, blood everywhere. They were beating, they beat the hell out of me that day. As they were beating me, I was begging and they were beating. And one spirit just said to me, if you keep begging these people, they are going to kill you here. Then I had to go back with full force and slam my head on one of them's stomach. You know, both of us, we fell out of the building. I fell on the other side of the road. Then I took off. As I took off, they started shouting, "Ole, ole, ole, ole," at that middle of the night. Ole, 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 ole. And when I looked in front, I saw people coming out from their cliff or wherever they were seated or something. Boys that were smoking weed. They were falling out from where a lot of people in Ikorodu village. So as I was running towards them, I kept praying in my mind. I said, Holy Spirit, tell me what to do. Holy Spirit, save me. And instantly a word, an idea came on me. Then I started repeating what they were saying. I started shouting, "Ole, ole, ole." As they were shouting, "Ole," I was also shouting, "Ole, ole." So the guys in front that came out to attack the Ole got confused. As they saw me shouting, "Ole, ole, ole." So they all were looking at the front. And then I zoomed past them. As I ran past them, I ran to a certain stage, and then one spirit said to me, "They will come after you with a vehicle." Then I had to run into the bush. I ran into the bush. Then I started calling the director, Mecca Webboys. I said, "Please look at my condition. Send people to come and pick me. I am stranded. They want to kill me." So instantly they sent a vehicle that came to pick me. And when the vehicle picked me, we got to the location. Lo and behold, the driver was not even there. He has parked the vehicle and left because he knew what he did. He ran away. I was just explaining to the director and the crew members and my fellow colleagues what happened. I was just explaining to them. All of a sudden, this guy that he stabbed was actually a leader. This guy that he stabbed was a leader of OPC at that time at Ikorodu. Then they chattered Okada. We saw over 40 Okada. Each was carrying somebody. They all came armed with gun, double barrel. They were shooting randomly at us. We all ran into the bush. Me, Mike Zonye, Chioma Chukwuka, we were all in that movie. That night, all of us slept inside the forest. With Mike will call, "Benedict, are you okay?" I say, "Yes, I'm fine. Where are you? Are you okay?" I say, "Yes." That was how we're already reaching out to each other all through that night till morning. We all slept inside the thick forest. They beat the villagers that accepted us. They beat the hell out of them that night. We slept inside the thick forest, and we came out in the morning to go to the hotel and all that. And then they had to call the police commissioner, had to get involved and all that before the matter was resolved. So, when you are embarking on a certain job, you have to be extremely careful. You have to be extremely careful. There was a particular job I did with Junior Pope in Umuahia. We did that job and they took us to one canal where erosion passes through. And they said anytime the erosion comes, the water there comes by surprise. You will see the place like a dry land, and all of a sudden water will come from nowhere when it's raining, and it will sweep anybody that it sees its leg in there and take the person straight to the ocean. Me, Junior Pope, Charles Billion, we were shooting in that particular houses when the cloud changed. And then they said we should leave here now, otherwise it's going to be dangerous. As we were leaving, me, Junior Pope, and Charles Billion, almost that river almost caught us, that erosion. The moment we looked up like this, we saw this storm of river coming with full force and, and tension towards us. Then if you see the current on that water that was coming to us, it will sweep you like a broom. We had to manage to jump out of that gutter, big gutter, and then the water swept past us and past us. I'll play the video too. You're going to see it. So there's a lot of risk in this job that we do. So I am talking to the younger generation. Please, if you are taking any job, please do your investigations very well before embarking on that job.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget that this is Gist with Ruru. Bye.